Hello.
Hi.
Is this celebrity?
Yes.
Good to see you today. I am Yoel. I'm the social worker here, assigned to work with you. And it's good to see you today. And today we are going to talk here. Well, let me ask you, what do you want to talk today?
Well, I guess, probably my most pressing issues are, just how to handle the situation with my boyfriend. He's been abusive in the past, but only when he's been drinking.
So you want to address that?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So before we start, we have some paperwork, confidentiality issues, and to work on. Here, I have with me paperwork that in this shelter home, in this domestic abuse shelter home, we have paperwork that confidentiality, that what happens between you and us, everything remains here. And the first column here, this area, is what we do. We normally train professionals who deals with social work and with domestic abuse. And what we do is we do have once every month review how things, the case here are going through. And then we see how we could really improve. We also talk among the staff how we can provide proper service. So that is one part. And the other area is talking about the services we are going to provide you. Because if there is a need now, let's say there's a therapy and other things, that we have resources outside of this shelter, so that if you could really need resources, outside of this shelter, then in order to use them, this is the agreement that you sign here. This is a confidential agreement. It's a contract between you and us. We will not divulge any information you gave me today. And whatever we do also, if you are going to be using the resources we provide you, also it's a contract between you and us, the shelter here. Do you mind signing here? If you do you want to use our services?
Yes.
Okay. Here is the pen, and you could sign it. Okay, that is one part. The other part is about how we normally do home visits after that. So if you also need a home visit, that we could support you. This is also an agreement that if you could sign it here, as part of the confidentiality. Here, the services we provide. Here, what it is saying is anything that you've reported will be confidential here. I have read your file before.
Okay.
And now, what's happening is I am a mandated reporter. Now, anything that you mentioned Eduardo, anything Eduardo did, or perhaps whether maybe if he threatens you or to hurt you or whatever, that you've not reported before to the law enforcement. Now, even to us, to the shelter here, the Ghebre'amlack shelter. So this is, what is saying is, whatever if you tell me on the process when we are talking, if you tell me new issue that maybe Eduardo wants to commit suicide because you refused, or you've not told me earlier, told the shelter earlier. If it is a new thing that puts in danger to your kids and yourself, or perhaps to himself. So I will be reporting to the authority.
But just things I haven't told you yet.
Yeah, if you've not told us that puts in danger any one of your family or the other person, then I am a mandated reporter to report it.
Okay.
So I'm not part of the investigating process of the issue, but I am responsible to report whatever you tell me about this case. So that this part is showing that I have told you everything. I have informed you. I'm going to report if I get on the process as we move on. If I hear anything that is serious, puts in danger yourself, the kids, or the other party, Eduardo perhaps, that entails that I'm going to report it. So if you agree, you could sign that.
Okay.
Yep.
Right here?
Yep. Yep. Right there. All right. Let's start now. Thank you. Okay, I read a little bit about why you are here. With Lacey interviewed you before, and she sent me to talk to you now what needs you have. So in order to move, so how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. You know, it's nice to just kind of have a safe space where I don't feel threatened. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I feel safe here.
Oh, good. You feel safe here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to get out of this shelter, do you feel you and your children feel safe?
Some places, yes. I mean, we've been hopping around quite a bit, different places. I feel safe with some of our friends, but I know it's a lot of burden to put on them.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, keep staying at their place. I feel somewhat safe at my mother's house as well, but I know that Eduardo knows how to get there, and if he starts drinking again, he can still come by if I'm there. So I don't always feel the safest there, but I do feel safer than at home.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, celebrity. Is the problem started because of Eduardo's drinking, or does it have any other initial beginning?
Well, it usually comes out when he's drinking, but he's had troubles with my previous relationship with Yolando, who my first child star is from. He gets extremely jealous of Yolando, and he'll think that I've been with him when I haven't, and that can lead to a lot of fights between us, and that's been a problem before as well.
Okay.
But it usually doesn't seem to come out unless he's been drinking.
Or even Yolando?
If my boyfriend's been drinking, then that problem comes up.
Okay, so then you fought on the process with Eduardo, or how did it happen?
I mean, yeah, we've had multiple fights about Yolando. And yeah, like I said, he sometimes thinks I've been with him, or had relationships with him when I haven't, and that's caused him to hit me a few times.
Oh, just because of jealousy, or just he felt that way?
Yeah, he was jealous and didn't want
was
me
the
to hear it.
violence took place in front of Michael and Star, your children?
I mean, they've been in the house when it happens. It's usually not in front of them. I usually send him to bed if he's going to do anything. I want wonder sometimes how much they pick up, but they've never been in the room when it's happening.
So when you argue and have misunderstanding, exchanging words, were they also witnessing that?
Maybe the words a little more. Usually when it starts to get heated though, we send them away into the rooms, so they don't witness anything. Because, Eduardo's been at least good in that respect, that he doesn't want them to see that. And, I can kind of tell when it's coming too, and I'll usually try to send them away.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what you're telling me is Eduardo drinks, and when he drinks, at the same time, he's also jealous that he suspects you that you have an affair with your former boyfriend, and that's when he becomes angry, right?
Yeah, but when he's not drinking, he's very attentive and he's good with the kids, and he's a good boyfriend. Then it's just when he is drinking.
So do you think he could make a very good father if he does not drink?
Yeah, he seems to be a really good father whenever he's not drinking.
Okay.
He seems to, really care for the kids.
Okay. Does he realize alcohol is affecting your relationship too?
I try to bring that up, but he doesn't see it that way. He sees it as the relationship that I used to have with Yolando, and it's being the problem. And it's not his problem, but it's something that I've done.
Oh, so he blames you. Okay. I'm actually curious. Excuse me, I want to close the window a little bit. It's hard to close the window somehow. Okay. Excuse me. Now, celebrity, what do you want to address today?
I guess my main thing would be, finding a way that'll be safe for me and safe for our kids for sure. And I'm just kind of hearing what my options are for going forward. I want to stay with Eduardo, but I worry about our kids' safety as well. And my family wants me to leave them, but I love Eduardo, and I feel like he can be a really good father. So I don't want to just leave him, but I know that this has to stop. So I guess I'd like to kind of hear some options of how I can get some help.
Actually, celebrity, that's what a good parent does. A good parent really becomes protective of their children. This is absolutely what you're doing, which is very commendable. And the thing is that what we offer here is completely up to you, either to take it or not to take it, because you have the power to decide for yourself and for your children, Mike and Star. So, well, celebrity, how were you coping with all this abuse, with all this problem?
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough, but, I've got some good, my sisters have really come up around me. Some of my family's kind of all over the place, but, I've got my mom around and two of my sisters that have been really supportive, and they're able to help me quite a bit. I go to church, but I don't really tell them because, it's just too personal, and I feel like they would really look down on Eduardo then. I don't want him to be judged because they don't know the whole story. But yeah, my family's been really supportive, and I guess that's the biggest tool that I have right now to help me cope with this.
Yeah. So your family is a source of encouragement. And you said also you go to the church, but not so much, you're not so much involved because you don't want them to know.
Mm-hmm.
As a probably negative result, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's very true. Families are really a source of encouragement. Do you have any other sources that you could ask friends?
Yeah, I have a few friends that have been helping me out. Like they kind of know a little bit about it. And, you know, open their doors to us and we stayed at their place a couple times. But like I said before, I just don't want to put too much of a strain on them because they've already been so helpful for, you know, giving us a place to stay.
Yeah.
Not to burden them with everything.
Okay. If I may take you back about this domestic violence in your family, do you have any history of domestic violence that
yeah,
you could narrate?
Yeah, my father used to be my mother. He never beat us kids at all, but you know, we definitely witnessed quite a bit of that.
Yeah.
Growing up, and since I was the oldest, like I kind of had to
Yeah.
take on the role of a parent and help out my younger siblings. So we have definitely experienced domestic abuse in other sense, and that's part of the reason why my mom's been so helpful as well.
Oh, okay. She understands.
I mean, she's going through quite a bit right now, but she's still been really helpful in helping me through this process.
So now it was the family trend that the way you're telling me is your father was also abusive. Was it the same, drinking alcohol for any reason for the abuse?
Yeah, I guess I don't know
Family?
that reason as much, but I know my dad drank quite a bit. In fact, he recently passed away because he was driving while he was intoxicated and ran into a bridge. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised at all if it was because of drinking that he was also being a mother.
So do you think it is a kind of repeated from the past and it's also affecting you really much, so you don't want to be part of it now?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't want to be part of it anymore. I guess I'm not exactly sure what your question is, though.
Yeah, what I mean is right now you don't want history to be repeated in you, what your mom has gone through, right? And plus, Michael and Star are also growing up. So watching this issue, do you think it might affect them tomorrow?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's why I'm here. I mean, you know, I don't want, you know, either of them to have to take on the responsibilities that I had to. I just feel like I was too young for that. And, you know, my grades and my schoolwork really showed how I was affected by it. And so I want them to be taken care of, and I don't want them to, you know, have to live the way that I did, which is the main reason that I'm here.
Absolutely, you're right. You're right. If I may ask you, do you think that you need someone to, let's make things straight. One, you want to improve your relationship with Eduardo, but how? How would you think you could?
I mean, I don't know if we could get into some kind of program to help them, you know, be sober and stop drinking, or at least, you know, limit that. So I really feel like that's where the problem stem from for him.
Okay, therapy for Eduardo. We have the resources. And how about for you? Do you think you need a therapy to vent out what you've been going through?
Yeah, I mean, that might be very helpful. If nothing else, it's someone to kind of, you know, keep in touch with if more problems come up. So being able to talk to someone is really helpful. It kind of helps me relax a little more and to realize that someone out there understands what I'm going through.
Okay, it's absolutely up to you, celebrity. So you decide what you want. We give you the option. So we have resources that helps people in the same situation as you are, and we work with different partners who provides therapy. So if you want, I have different locations, but since you are here, we'll find out. We'll talk about that when and where we are going to do. But let's say from this shelter, the arrangement we have is, I have just read your story from Lacey earlier. She informed me that you're also living with your mother, right? And that place is not enough to live there. And now she informed me that, is that right? You're looking for a place to stay?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what is going to happen. I am going to communicate with the county, with Hennepin County. That's where you reside.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened is you are going to locate a place. Probably since you are 3, you will need more than 2 rooms, which is going to be a house. So you have to locate where you want to live, a place. Then you're going to inform me, and then I will tell the county that we have an arrangement that the county will pay all the expenses, the house rent, the deposit, security damage, and everything. And based on your income, you're a single mother and you don't have income, of course, so the county will cover all the expenses. We, as a Ghebre'amlack shelter home, we are going to facilitate legally and everything for the house, as long as you spot a house that you feel this is safe, this is comfortable for me, and that arrangement will be done. When do you think you could, do you have any area that where you think you will get apartments, or probably I would say a house?
Mm-hmm. I know some areas that would be good to live in, but I guess I haven't seen any available houses there, so I have to do some searching, I guess.
Okay. There are some locations, if you like them, I'll give you later. We have some potential locations that you could, normally Hennepin County covers, within Hennepin County. And that one will be, possibly if you start looking from tomorrow, that will be, the more you spot the area, the faster you'll be getting the house, and the faster you will be out of the shelter. That's why we are here. We are here to help you, celebrity. So that's my job. I assure you, we'll work on that. And the other area is about, now we come to Eduardo's therapy. Do you think Eduardo will accept if a therapy is offered to him?
I don't know. Before he's kind of talked about how he doesn't view it as his problem, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't want the kids to be there if I don't know that he's not working on this. So I don't know if by saying that you can't see the kids until he works on this.
Yeah.
That might motivate him to do it, but I guess I don't know for sure.
Excuse me. Let me put off my phone. Okay, so this is what we would do. And what will be your ultimate decision regarding Eduardo? Would you like him to share and to try if he's willing to do the therapy, and then we could see a way both of you could reconcile and move on in life, or there's another option too. What we are also have an obligation to protect you as a shelter, that we could submit to the court a request, you sign it, and we could also put an order for protection, restraining order.
Well, I guess I'd like to give Eduardo the chance to kind of work on this before we go that far, but I understand that might have to happen at some point.
Okay, so how would you want to address to Eduardo? Would you like me to call Eduardo and talk to him about this? Or
I think it might be best coming from you so that he understands the seriousness of it.
okay. Do you have his number?
Yeah, I can get it here.
Okay, okay. You'll give me his contact, and then one way for you the therapy, since what would be the good way to do you really think to assign you in the same area location in one therapy center or separately?
I mean, maybe seeing together at some point, but I think Eduardo has some work that he has to do on his own for a while first before I feel safe seeing him again.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. Then this is what we're going to do. For Eduardo, I'm going to communicate with him today, as long as you have the number. And there is a Headway works with us, center, substance abuse center, alcohol and things like that. I will try to put him, that would be better, in a group therapy, alcohol abuse group therapy. And then for you, I will give you, actually have this thing, resources to Crystal Therapy Center. I'll refer you there. I'm going to call them. Do you mind if you start tomorrow?
I think that'll be okay.
What time would be suitable time for you?
Like 9:30, 10 would be a good time to start.
10 would be okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will also arrange transportation for you, a taxi. I will arrange transportation right from the shelter.
Okay.
We have contractors. And at 10, you will go to the Crystal, so the taxi knows will take you. So you will be meeting Tyler with Tyler is the therapist. She's wonderful. So you will be heading tomorrow. That's one goal. And I'm going to call Eduardo, how we can organize it. That will be another thing. And after you finish the therapy, if you could, I'll give you resources for looking for a house somewhere within the Hennepin County, and then we'll deal with that. So within the goal we have is in the next 2 weeks, if you could locate a house, that would be nice. And this will be another form that we are going to do a follow-up, home visit, follow-up. We'll start it here, since you are here, but it will be more practical when you are located, when you get a house. The faster you got spot the area, the faster you'll be out of this hole. So do you think Michael and Star will need therapy?
I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know how much they've seen. So I don't know what's your professional opinion.
Well, since you said they are not much exposed, that would be an issue, but on the way we will see.
Okay.
If you see any change of behavior in their way of life, we'll see once you are out of the shelter, then we'll decide how to do that.
Okay.
Does that sound okay? Does that
Mhm.
work for you?
Yes.
So for your therapy and Eduardo, then we'll see what will happen. If Eduardo responds positively and he accepts the therapy and workout, the two of you will work out together. Okay? Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so. You played it out pretty clear.
Okay. Since you are here in the shelter, anytime I'll be here. And here's my card and my phone number too. So if you need anything, if I am not in the shelter here, you just give me a call and then I will be coming personally here. I will be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
So, but you can leave me a message. Since I have your number, if there's anything, I'll follow up. So I will see you on Tuesday.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
But the taxi, everything, the arrangement will be done.
All right.
Okay, celebrity?
All right.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Have a good day.